Hey guys, I'm Katherine and this is Whitney and we're going to show you how to do some really good ballroom makeup today. Let's get started. Okay, the first step you want to do is make sure you wash your face and moisturize, because moisturizer is just about the best primer you can use, especially for ballroom, because usually it has sunscreen in it and sunscreen's built for sweating. So use sunscreen. Moisturizer. The next step is to put foundation on. I am using MAC's Studio Fix fluid. It also has sunscreen in it, so it's nice for everyday use. But you can use whatever you want. If you have just like drugstore makeup, that's totally fine. So put this on Whitney's face.
We just voice normal. It's hard!
Okay, once you have your base foundation, the next thing you're going to do is put on a powder. I like to use it just so my face doesn't stay super shiny. I'm using Lancome powder, but you can use whatever you want. Look at me.
I'm just trying to the camera. It loves me.
It smells like my grandma. Brush. Alright, once this is all done and you look beautiful, we're going to make it even more beautiful with some blush and bronzer. Alright, so I'm using MAC's blush. It's called Mocha. It's a matte blush, so it's not going to be super sparkly on her face, which is kind of nice under the ballroom lights. And then with ballroom, you want to make sure you get kind of crazy with your blush. A little bit. So we're going to get nice and pink cheeks here. Alright, the next step after the blush is to put your bronzer on. And so I'm using some bronzer I got at CVS, so you can use whatever you want. And then this is just going to go underneath the blush, just to kind of define her a little bit. I also like to put it like on the sides of the nose and like kind of by my temples a little bit. Just get all along this hairline. And then I get underneath the chin too. Just right here underneath the jawline. And depending on your costume, I would suggest doing it maybe on your collarbone right here, defining that, or something if you're feeling a little pale. Next up is eyes. So I like to use a primer on my eyes because when you're at competitions all day, your makeup gets a lot of wear and tear. So this is a primer by MAC. It's called Painterly. It's just a really base color. And then I'm just going to put it on her eyeballs. Next up is eyeshadow. I have this Naked Basics palette, and this is what I use like in daily life and for ballroom. It's awesome. So we're going to start with this base eyeshadow called Walk of Shame. It's like a light pink color. It's a really nice base, especially for Whitney's skin tone. And we're just going to put that over her eyelid. And it's going to go all over her eyelid. Alright. The next step we're going to take is we're going to use this color called Naked 2. It's like a light brown color, and we're going to put that in the creases of the eye and in the outside corners. Alright, and the next step is we just want to really define her eyes and make them really dark. For ballroom makeup, it's important that your eyes stand out, so you want to make them kind of dark so they stand out in those bright lights. So the next color we're going to use is Faint. It's a darker brown, and it's just going to really help define those outside corners and the outside of the crease. Okay, and now that we have that done, you can see her eyes. If you look at the camera, if they're like already starting to get a lot darker and a lot more defined, it's really nice for ballroom. And then I'm just going to take this color, it's called Crave, it's like a black, just to do a little bit more of that definition. I'm not going to put too much of this because it's a really strong color, but we're just going to do a little bit in the outsides, in the crease, and a little bit on that inside corner too, just to give it like a full definition in her eye. And now that all of those base colors are done, we're going to lighten it up a little bit more. So we're going to take this one called Venus, and it's going to go all the way on the upper eyelid underneath her eyebrow, just really to brighten up that part of her eye. And it's also going to go on the inner crease too, to brighten up the inside of her eye. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this color called Foxy. It's like a really light yellow color, and that's really going to brighten up her eyes. I'm just going to put that on the center of her lower lid. Lower lid. Just going to put like a little dot right there, and it's just going to brighten up the center of her eye a lot. Okay. The next step is just to blend. So we're going to blend this all together so it doesn't look as crazy. Okay, the last step in the eyeshadow process, I like to put on just a really bright, sparkly eyeshadow to just brighten everything up. Ballroom's all about sparkles, so we love this. This is called Kiko. It's 169. It's just a white, sparkly eyeshadow, and so I'm just going to put that again sort of like underneath her eyebrow, maybe extend it a little bit to make more of her face look a little sparkly. It's sort of by your discretion how much sparkles you want to put. I wouldn't put too many, but definitely a little bit of sparkles are always a lot of fun. Next up is eyeliner. We are going to use a liquid liner on the top and then a crayon liner on the outside corners and waterlines. So I'm using Almay's liquid liner in black. I got this from CVS. So we're going to go. I like to do a cat eye, but you don't have to. This part's kind of up to you, but I would suggest doing a liquid liner on the top of your eye. Can you do it? If you don't move, I can do it. Then we're going to take just a regular crayon liner. This one is Smashbox's Onyx. And we're going to put it just on the outside corner of her eye and underneath her waterline. You don't want to go all the way and line your eye because it's going to make your eye look really dark and small, and that's not what we're going for here. So we're just going to do the outside corner of her eye. And that's it. And then I like to take a little bit of white eyeliner and just put it on the inner corners of my eyes just to make them look a little bigger and more defined. You don't want it to look too crazy, just a little bit goes a long way. So next step we're going to take is putting on mascara. Use whatever mascara you want. I suggest waterproof because waterproof is just a good idea. Alright, so all we did is we just did regular mascara and then we put mascara on the outside half of her lower lashes so that her eyes just look really big, and we're just continuing that dimension. Some of you guys have heard that eyelashes are a good idea, fake eyelashes. They're not a bad idea for sure, but it's by no means necessary. If you have any questions about how to do that, you can ask an upper level team member and we'd be more than happy to show you how to do that. But like I said, it's not necessary, so we're not going to do it in this video. We are going to finish with lips though, and so all you need is just a basic red lip or something really bright. I like to use Revlon's Color Stay. You can get this at like CVS or Walgreens. It's really nice because it's kind of just like a lip gloss, but it dries like a lipstick, and then it comes with this like clear gloss that it keeps it moist all day long. So we're just going to use that. 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 So we're just going Alright guys, that's all. The makeup look is complete. Feel free to define any parts of it that you think need a little more definition. If you want a little more eyeliner, a little different color lipstick, more bronzer, whatever. There is some free range in this, but this is a pretty good start to go with if this is your first time doing ballroom competition makeup. So thanks for watching.